Welcome back to Two Wheel Trends, the place where true bikers meet the road. If you've been hunting for a ride that blends heritage, attitude, and modern engineering in a truly unique form, then this one's going to hit that sweet spot. Today, we're going all in on one of the most rebellious and stylish bikes in the Indian cruiser segment, the 2025 Jawa 42 Bobber. A bike that takes vintage inspiration and infuses it with raw character, making it a head-turner and a street warrior rolled into one. From its street-side curb appeal to its mechanical heartbeat, we're breaking down every inch of what this machine offers, what's new for 2025, and how it stacks up against expectations. The first glance at the 2025 Jawa 42 Bobber tells you everything you need to know about its intent. It wants to be noticed, and it absolutely will be. The front end of the bike has been tweaked slightly from the 2024 version to make it look more aggressive. The round headlamp stays true to the Bobber roots, but now, it gets a more pronounced smoke lens effect along with an updated LED setup. The illumination is crisp and covers the road better than ever. Flanking it are minimalist, bullet-style turn indicators that carry forward the vintage aesthetic. The beefy telescopic front forks are now coated with a matte black finish that gives the bike an even more rugged presence. You also get fork gaiters, which are not just for looks, they add that layer of toughness and protection for long-term riding. Just behind that headlamp, the handlebar setup remains wide and flat, giving that commanding bobber stance while also ensuring a comfortable, slightly aggressive riding posture. The levers now feel more refined, with improved tactile feedback and metal finishing that feels premium to the touch. The mirrors are compact but surprisingly clear, shaped in a teardrop form that complements the retro-futuristic front end. Moving to the side profile, the Jawa 42 Bobber continues to be one of the best designed factory bobbers you can buy. The single-piece, floating-style seat is the visual anchor. For 2025, Jawa has slightly revised the padding for better long-distance comfort without altering the low-slung character. That seat sits over a beautifully sculpted rear fender, and the overall side silhouette is dominated by the teardrop fuel tank, which features new 3D Jawa badging. You can now get it in 3 new paint schemes for 2025: a Granite Shadow, Crimson Blaze, and Stealth Ash, each one a proper head-turner. The paint quality has been improved with deeper metallic flakes and a more robust clear coat that holds up better against daily wear and UV exposure. The exposed double cradle frame gives the side view a raw, mechanical presence, emphasizing its stripped-down nature. The engine remains a key visual element here, with its air fins and casing new finished in brushed metal for a more industrial vibe. The exhaust setup has been retuned, the twin P-shooter pipes not only look stunning but now produce a slightly throatier rumble. The way the pipes angle out slightly adds to the attitude this bike throws around. The side view also showcases the chunky tires, with the rear especially being one of the highlights of this bike. It gets a 140-section rear tire that lends it a muscular stance and offers good grip while cornering. You also get spoked wheels wrapped in 2 Blues tires, which is a rare combination and a very thoughtful touch by Jawa. The blacked-out engine casing, wheel hubs, and exhaust all play together to create a cohesive, dark-themed aesthetic that many modern-day riders crave. Now if we swing around to the rear, the Bobber DNA comes into full play. The rear fender is short and hugs the wheel tightly, adding that clean, custom-built vibe. The rear taillight is integrated right under the seat in a sleek strip, and it lights up in a bright LED configuration. The number plate holder and rear indicators are mounted lower, near the swing arm, giving the rear a decluttered, minimalist appearance. The swing arm design remains unchanged but still looks solid and functional, and the monoshock suspension setup tucked underneath is well disguised, maintaining that hardtail illusion. The seat height is still an approachable 740 mm, which makes it friendly for a wide range of riders, including shorter ones. The engine at the heart of the 2025 Jawa 42 Bobber is a 334cc, single-cylinder, liquid-cooled motor that puts out 29.5 PS of power and 32.7 Nm of torque. This engine has proven itself over the last few years in the Jawa Perak and the previous Bobber 42, but for 2025, It's received some fine-tuning in the EQ and fueling to deliver a slightly smoother throttle response, especially in lower revs. The low-end grunt remains impressive, and it pulls cleanly through the gears. It's mated to a 6-speed gearbox that feels crisp and precise. The slipper clutch has been reworked slightly for a more progressive feel, and gear shifts feel a bit lighter and slicker than before. This engine is all about delivering torque at the low to mid-range, which suits the cruising nature of the bike. You won't be wringing it out to redline like a sport bike, and that's the beauty of it. It rewards a laid-back yet confident riding style. Whether you're riding in the city, cruising down a highway, or just loitering around your neighborhood, the 42 Bobber always has a sense of poise and readiness to move. And for 2025, the NVH levels have been further refined. There's less buzz on the handlebar and pegs, especially in the 60-90 kmph cruising range. Speaking of performance, this bike is no rocket, but it's got enough to give you that satisfying pull when you roll on the throttle. The acceleration is linear, and the bike gets to 100 kmph without trauma. It's not blisteringly quick, but it doesn't feel slow either. In city traffic, it's nimble enough to filter through without too much stress, thanks to its well-balanced chassis and manageable weight of around 185 kilograms. When it comes to handling, the 42 Bobber is surprisingly agile for a bike that looks so beefy. The front telescopic forks and rear monoshock offer a well-damped ride. The suspension setup is on the firmer side, which means you'll feel some sharp bumps, but it helps when cornering and gives you a more planted feel on highways. Cornering clearance is decent, although you won't be scrapping pegs like on a naked sport bike. The wider handlebar allows easy control while flicking the bike through corners or maneuvering at low speeds. Braking duties are handled by a 280mm front disc and a 240mm rear disc. With dual-channel ABS coming standard, the braking performance is sharp and predictable, with enough bite at the front and good progression at the rear. For 2025, Jawa has retuned the ABS sensitivity slightly to allow more controlled braking on uneven surfaces, and it makes a difference, especially in tricky urban riding conditions. The seat comfort is one of the highlights of this machine. It's supportive, contoured well, and doesn't strain your lower back even during longer rides. However, being a Bobber, there's no pillion seat. Jawa does offer an optional rear seat add-on with the subframe, but that's a compromise on looks and comfort. This is clearly a solo rider's bike, and that's part of the charm. In terms of features, the 2025 Jawa 42 Bobber now comes with a fully digital LCD instrument cluster that displays gear position, fuel gauge, trip meters, clock, and even Bluetooth connectivity for call alerts and navigation prompts through a paired app. The layout is clean and easy to read, even under direct sunlight. The switchgear quality has been upgraded slightly, and you now get backlit switches for nighttime visibility. Other touches like the adjustable clutch and brake levers, and a USB charging port near the tank, round out the very well-equipped motorcycle. Fuel economy hovers around 30-35 kmpl in real-world conditions, which is respectable given the engine size and weight. With the 12.5-liter fuel tank, you're looking at a range of about 350-400 kilometers, making it capable enough for weekend rides and even some light touring. As for pricing, the 2025 Jawa 42 Bobber starts at around a superscript 12.30 Lakh X showroom and goes up to a superscript 12.45 Lakh depending on the color and accessory options you choose. Compared to the Royal Enfield Classic Bobber 350 and a Honda CB 350 based Bobber Customs, this bike offers a more authentic Bobber design with arguably better handling and features. Sure, it's not the cheapest, but it offers great value when you consider the unique styling, the performance, and the exclusivity it brings to the table. So, who is this bike for? It's not for the hardcore speed junkie or the adventure seeker. The Jawa 42 Bobber is for those who ride with style, who want to be different, who appreciate the beauty of minimalism with power and purpose. It's for the solo riders, the coffee shop cruisers, the old-school romantics who love machines that speak through design and growl through exhausts. It's not trying to be everything for everyone, yet it's focused, pure, and undeniably cool. In conclusion, The 2025 Jawa 42 Bobber is a bold step forward in the factory custom world. It refines everything that made its predecessor popular while adding a few modern touches that improve the riding experience. It looks like a dream, rides with confidence, and most importantly, it's got character, a rare thing in today's cookie-cutter motorcycle world. If you want to own a bike that feels like an extension of your personality and not just a tool for transportation, the Jawa 42 Bobber might be your perfect partner on the open road. That's it for today's deep dive into the 2025 Jawa 42 Bobber. If you like this review, hit that like button, subscribe to Two Wheel Trends, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming detailed bike reviews. Drop your thoughts about the Bobber down in the comments. Would you ride solo on one of these, or do you prefer your motorcycles with pillion practicality? Either way, we'd love to hear from you. Until next time, ride safe, ride free, and keep the wheels turning.